Hello, one, two, three, check. Let's live. Let's go live. Let's go live. हाय यार, कैसे हो? चलो शुरू करते हैं। और कैसा है? सब बढ़िया। मेरा भी बढ़िया चल रहा है, ठीक चल रहा है। और क्या। तो आज आज जो कुछ चीज़ों में बात करते हैं, तो आज की बात होगी ट्रैवल, कॉर्पोरेट लाइफ एंड हाउ टू स्ट्राइक अ बैलेंस बिटवीन a corporate job and a travel and a travel life as well as in general life. So throughout my 7+ years of professional experience, what I have realized is we need regular breaks, and as frequent we get a break and travel few places and explore different food and cuisines and enjoy the life. And in order to achieve that, we have to strike a balance between work and travel plan as well as personal life, family time, friends time. All things will come all together, and that for that we purpose only. What we are doing is trying to understand what things are going to be. Now, I don't have much travel experience across Indian border, but I visited one Southeastern Asian country that I'll talk about later. The main which I want to talk about is how to strike a balance. So, in corporate life, our entire budget is our entire phase is divided into four financial quarters: Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, and start from April to April. And in US bit, it starts from January to January. So, talking about India, whether it's April to April, now we have to break down the quarters: Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. Imagine when we talk about Q3 and Q4 is the time where Q3 will have a lot of festive seasons and holidays, but since a lot of financial planning happens in the Q1, so Q3 will be bit rush, and you have to extend more on that time frame Q3 as well as in Q4, because it's a financial year and wrapping up. So whatever the estimations, whatever the project plan we have done, that has to be completed by Q4. Otherwise, it will be a big issue from the escalation point of view. So among this Q1 to Q4, how you are gonna plan your vacations? Correct. That has to come to there. So I'm been following this vacation part as a kind of overlap with my corporate career was at least every quarter there will be one small vacation, and in a year there will be one big vacation, and if anything extra come, that has to be adjusted accordingly. So that's how I plan, and how I got the inspiration of every quarter one vacation is like in any corporate structure, when you have a team of say 300 to 500 to maybe close to 1,000 people working on a project, you have to keep things aligned, correct, whether you are following agile methodology or you are in waterfall or the conventional methodology. What we have to do is we have to stick to a deadline estimation, and we have to coordinate with them. So when we have a, a fixed plan, it's okay to manage our vacation accordingly. So whenever the year whenever the new year comes, new year and time January, or give it the calendar of list of holidays. So from there we first you mark the long weekends. Okay, you mark those long weekends. If possible, you plan it at once. If it's a long vacation, if you're traveling abroad, you have to book tickets and hotel. You can plan it at once. Friday, take a Friday off. Long weekend, Friday, Monday, any day is fine. If you can take Friday, Friday is also fine. If you have more responsibilities and there are a lot of there are peers and juniors reporting to you, then Friday would be little difficult, but you can, if you manage, you can do it. If not, you take an extended holiday on Tuesday. Correct. So that was one of the other way which I tried. So basically what I did was like, I have 4 months, I'll track uh, one vacation every uh, quarterly. So I have defined roughly what period I'll be taking in 4 months, which month I'm going to take a vacation out of city. And if I have a long weekend, I'll mark up in my calendar, my personal calendar, which is in Google, and as well as my professional calendar, which is Outlook. I'll be crossing out that day as out of office, and I'll plan my vacation. So that's how every quarter I'm planning one, and among 4 quarters, one would be where I'll be taking a long week holiday. And I used to take a long week holiday during December time, but as we all grow up in the corporate ladder, the December part, a lot of other juniors and subordinates will be taking leave, so is becoming, it will be difficult to manage those things. So you can plan it a week earlier, correct? So plan it accordingly. New Year you can definitely plan, because no matter work will be there. So if you can plan in advance, then you can manage the deadline as well as whatever the challenges and breakthrough challenges come in the life, okay, and professional life is there. So back in 2020 I have planned, but because of 2020 I planned that from January to March I'll take one. So January I visited the north to the western ghats of India. So that I have planned. So in January I did that because I had a long vacation. 14th January or 26th January, one would be a long weekend, so we can have a plan accordingly. So that is one of the ideal time you can have plan your vacation. And you can, if you want to go to North India, it will be cold, but if you're in south, it will be really nice and beautiful places to explore, whether it's Goa, Gokarna, Varkala, Kochi, Pondicherry. It will be a nice place to explore in January. Correct. Now that is the January to March. Then comes the next one, March to June. There, summer will be heated up, so you need to find a cold place. So you can go to Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh, or Northeast Shimla and all. Make sure that you plan vacation before in June, so that the rainy season could be avoided. And because rainy season, there will be a lot of connectivity issues and planning. So that is one thing you can uh, plan something. So that is one more part. And what else? Then next comes your October to August to the October part, where festivals will be there. You start seeing with Ganesh Chaturthi, then Dashera, Diwali, Raksha Bandhan. You have Chhat Puja, Durga Puja, and all those festivals will come. So that will be time where you have to spend time with the family. So vacation where you can go to a travel touristy place will be choice. You can go with the family. If not, spend time with the family. That's also one of the good thing you can do, and that I have also done. Like during that time, usually that time only I take my long break of 1 week, because if it's Diwali or Dashera, or I'm from Bihar, so Chhat Puja is one of the festivals. So that would be one more uh, aspect. Then December is one place time you can take vacation. Now these are the vacation that you should take, you must take. And for that you make a financial planning, start SIP 500 or 500 to 1500 or 2000 a month. You save that money and you can spend on expenditure. So ironically, one day I was having a discussion with my friend, close friend of mine, which I met him in college. It was like back in college to the initial period of job, what we used to do was our budget for any vacation and trip used to be somewhere 500 to 1500 was the max budget. Now back now whatever the budget we have, we go around 20,000 to 40,000 to even 1 lakh or more than 1 lakh is the budget plan. And back in the time when you used to earn little less money, we used to try like if we get this money we would be saving this much. But when we realize along with the salary increase, our lifestyle also increases. So that is one more thing we have to worry about, because now to be honest, whenever I'm taking flight, if I know my hotel checking time is 11 o'clock, I'm not going to take a flight which is at 3:30 or 4 o'clock, and not take a different flight which is around 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock, and the price difference is 500 to 1000 rupees. No, I prefer to take a flight which is 7 o'clock or 11 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, so that by the time I reach to the place or the city, my hotel is kind of ready. I don't have to go and wait for another half hour or 2 hour or room somewhere uh, to the place, as well as since if the flight is in early morning 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 4:30, then I would end up not sleeping to that day, and that will may cause a headache or something. So some comfort is required. So that I am what I am looking for. So that is one thing which evolved throughout the years. I believe if whatever age group you are, for college days or early in the job, your budget will be less. So go with it. That's not like that's the situational demand, correct? Now if you have been limited budget, obviously we are going to take a flight which is early morning, and use whatever credit card we have to get a lounge access. Go to the airport lounge and you find a huge line over there, and you may stand in the line, and when you go up there, even the lounge is completely full, so you rush for the free food, and sometimes the quality is not at par, and you find trouble in finding the seat. So that is another situation. If it depends, for me, I can better take a 2 more hours of nap, and I can go uh, to the airport and just go there, check in, don't have to wait, directly go to the airport, take a nap or read a book, and just go there. And it's something which I learned little late in life, and I believe it comes with your experience and exposure of that. Okay, so how about when it comes to the long vacation? So I've implemented once and a few times where if it's a week long holiday, so the day I am landing to the any place and the day I'm leaving, those 2 days I'm gonna take a comfortable nap. So I prefer to book a really decent hotel if they have a spa around and a pool, so that I get relaxed. Okay, so that one is a relaxation, because you are already hustling, traveling, spending time in traffic, office hours on a tight schedule. But when you come to a vacation, obviously there are list of things you want to do and explore, but how to make a break from that? That is the one important question come to my mind. So for that, the day you're landing, don't land at 6 o'clock and wait 5 hours long, until unless you know there is a food place where you can go and have a decent food as well as you can enjoy. That is one thing. If not, uh, you can go directly check into the hotel, take rest, have food somewhere, have a decent food, take a spa, then you can plan your day and go out. Like these are the list of sightseeing events, food, breweries, cafes that you can plan. That also I have planned in a such a way that, and subsequently next day if you want to move, then I can afford my that then I'll be taking a very decent size hotels, because I know there I'm only there to sleep, and next day I have a lot of travel, so I will choose little less uh, a much more affordable cost. And by how the trip goes end, by the end, as I'm going to be exhausted, tanned, uh, maybe I have a food poisoning, or maybe a bad stomach, or some sore muscle, so that last day also I'll plan to take a really good hotel which has a really good bed, spa, and bathtub is there. So that is my personal preference. And food, since I love to explore foods and all, and since I'm vegetarian, so the number of food items are limited, but yeah, I'd explore. But at the end day, sometimes you find uh, just to have a normal comfort food. So that also I plan in my vacation, and that's how I plan. That's how the planning is done for each and every vacation, each and every break which I take from corporate life. Now, in 2024, I have uh, I have taken a career break, and in that time, with very limited budget, I have traveled two places so far in 2 months, one Delhi and one within Karnataka. I went to uh, Shiv. I went to Manipal, Mangalore. That is a two trip I done, and I'm planning to take one more, which would be a train trip to probably Delhi. That I'm gonna see how things gonna go. But in general, that is a scenario. Is like whenever you are working with deadline and very tight deadline, and the scope of work keep changing, and it is advisable to take constant break uh, in order to reboot and to understand a perspective, and that's how we have to grow. And uh, nonetheless, everyone has their own way to take a break and the uh, enjoy work as well as personal life, and someone wants to overlap with that, some keeps separate. That's the individual choice. There is no judging in that. But that was one my brief experiment which I did long time back, and it's working well. No matter where I am in my career progress, it's better to take small steps, and often when you repeat any cycle, it becomes rigorous. So a planned organic break is better than uh, only constant hustling and at the end not going anywhere. That is one other thing. With this, I like to conclude, and I'll be seeing you tomorrow with something new, something simple and conversational. So let's go. Thank you. Good night.